Da, 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 da. Do, 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 do. Good evening. I'm streaming tonight because I need to unwind a little. I've been feeling a little bit down. Just going to invite some people in. I am going to eat a scone. I'm live streaming and eating a scone this very eve because I feel like it. I feel like it. Hey guys, hello big osmosium. Hello Shelley Conroy and Oops Nothing Happens Here and Zach. Hello there. Oh my god. My boyfriend would love you. He loves Obi-Wan. Hello. This evening I'm just feeling a little bit run down. I don't know. Today's been just kind of dismal for me. I don't know why. I think it's probably because the sun went in. So I just felt like hanging out, taking care of some unfinished business. Let me know how the sound is. Is the music a little bit too loud? I can turn the music down a little bit. This evening we're listening to the incredible talents of the Super Guitar Bros. I recommend you check them out. I'm currently listening to the album of theirs titled Nice, and I think you'll think it's nice too. It's very nice. And I've got a scone this evening, so I'm very excited to chow down. So here we go. I put it in the microwave first, so the butter would really melt in. I know, very exciting. How are you guys this evening? How are you doing? We're having quite a year, aren't we? It's interesting living through history. I suppose if my point of view is that it's interesting, then I must be doing pretty damn well, because for some people it's a little bit more harrowing than it is interesting. How are you guys? Hello, Yume Saru. So yes, tomorrow I'm doing a baking stream. I'm going to be baking, what am I going to be doing? I'm going to be baking some delicious stuffed cookies, which I've never made before. The recipe is from this guy called Terrence Wiggins, who's also the Black Nerd on Twitter, and he sells all these recipes on his Gumroad. He makes all these cookies, all these different cookies, and I'm very excited to make these stuffed cookies because I get the feeling that's a kind of American recipe. Because it asks for vanilla pudding, which is a thing that we do not have here. Went to a big Tesco yesterday to look for vanilla pudding, and we don't have it. Doesn't exist. So I had a bit of a panic, but I got in contact with the guy and he said, don't worry, it's not necessary. Whew! I know, thrilling story. But yeah, that's going to happen tomorrow. It's going to be delicious, and it's going to be part of my fundraiser for the Stephen Lawrence Charitable Trust. So I hope that you will join me and continue to donate then. Tonight isn't part of that fundraiser though. Tonight is something a little different. We're unwinding. Just gonna hop in the chat because I unfortunately didn't hop in the chat nearly enough last night. You can hear fine. That's all good. You're tired. I'm sorry, Shelley. Let's see. We're all tired. I feel your tiredness, Shelley. This year, for real, kicked my tuchus. Well, oops. Hopefully, the second half of this year will kiss your tuchus better. If that's what you want. Like, it's not easy, is it? You just woke up. Someone just woke up. Are you on the west side of the States or somewhere else? Are you perhaps waking up at a very strange hour in another part of the world? Or maybe you're just waking up in Australia. I just realised what time it is. It's quite late, isn't it? Food sounds nice. Have some food, Shelley. I'm going to have some food right now. Oh. I shouldn't talk with my mouth full, should I? I apologise for the lag. There clearly is one. So this evening, I'm trying to unwind. I'm gonna get a cat. I'm trying to unwind because I'm thinking about JK Rowling. I'm thinking about JK Rowling and the fact that she continues to be what is known as a TERF. And what I mean by that is JK Rowling, the author of Harry Potter, if you didn't know who I was talking about, is continuously transphobic, and it's rather upsetting because she has such a massive platform and her kind of bigoted, dangerous ideas are going to get to a lot of people. They're going to upset a lot of transgender people, and they're going to kind of lead people who might not know much about transgender issues in the wrong direction. And that's rather upsetting. You might hear that she gets called this thing known as a TERF. TERF. That stands for transgender. Wait, what does it stand for? TERF. Transgender exclusionary radical feminist. Nearly forgot. And basically, what it means to be a TERF is it means that you're a feminist on the surface of things. You believe in particular ideas. You might have some kind of feminist leanings. That's all very well on the surface. But when it comes to transgender people, you decide that they're not really worth fighting for or understanding or accepting. That's rather depressing. So that is why, if you didn't already know, that is why people refer to JK Rowling as a TERF. So when she talks about these kinds of things on her massive platform, it's rather disturbing because people are going to be influenced badly by that. So I've decided a few things this evening. I want to donate some money to a charity which is going to help transgender people rather than hurt them, because some people just have the wrong idea about things, as far as I'm concerned. Now, you know what? It isn't as far as I'm concerned. It is just definitely proven that these ideas are hurtful. So yeah, I'm not best impressed with her. Sorry, I'm just popping back into the chat. Are you planning on any more saucy music videos? And frick JK. Thank you, fluffy poop princess. Saucy music videos, I'd love to do. Maybe that would be healthy for me. I've been kind of lying around and not doing a great deal. I'm feeling rather upset, but you know what? I haven't been singing at all this year because I simply haven't been in the mood to burst into song this year. Can you blame me? It's not exactly been conducive to joy, and I kind of need to feel that in the first place, I think, in order to sing. I'd love to make some music of my own, though. Yeah, it is ironic. Feminists are all about equality, Shelley. You're correct. I'm a feminist. I have been... Well, I identify as a feminist. I have done for at least the last decade. And yeah, you can't be hypocritical about these sorts of things. Feminism is about equality for all, not just for women, not just for white women, not just for cisgender women, for all people, just generally. Like, it's a good idea. It's a good thing to do. So yes, I am thinking of, well, I'm not just thinking of it, I'm going to do it. I want to donate some money to a charity this evening. And I saw one being passed around on Twitter. If I just get out the window, I need to get out so that I can show you what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna switch over. Whoop. Just gonna switch my situation over quickly to this. Okay, here we go. So we've got this fundraiser on GoFundMe right now. It's for Black Trans Lives Matter in the UK, which is awesome because I've seen one going around which is based in the US, which is awesome. You know, that every charity of this nature needs as much help as it gets, because Black trans women in particular have a tremendously difficult time. I believe that this is rather upsetting statistic I'm about to give you, but here it goes. The average life expectancy of black transgender women is 35 years old. It doesn't even, you don't even want to think about it. Through whatever terrible means, black transgender women do not survive. They just on average, they face a tremendous amount of violence. And this is why people really do push for, hey, we need to help these people. We need to help these women. Because they face transphobia and they face racism. And with both of those experiences kind of weaving together, you get a whole new kind of flavor of bigotry to enjoy. Like it's not fun. So what I want to do is to donate to this charity this evening. If you think that's a good idea. No, I'm going to do it whether you think it's a good idea or not. So let's see. My plan is to take money that I've accrued from my other videos on my channel. 3 videos in particular. I'm going to show you the analytics of those videos right now. Yeah, you're right, Fluffy Poop Princess. It really is. Like it begs belief. You don't want to think about it, but we need to think about it, and we need to really face the facts that this is a very dangerous world if you are transgender, if you are black, and especially if you are black and transgender. So I am going to show you the videos right now. They are 3 particular videos that have a common theme. I'm assuming there's nothing on here that you shouldn't be seeing. Here are the analytics for one particular video of mine. It's one of my Game Grumps animations that I uploaded all the way back. Oh my goodness. This is my first animation. I uploaded it back in December 2012. That's wild. That is, this was my very first animation. It was called, what is it called? What's it called? Is the title of it here? The title of it is legitimately not here, unless it's the monkeys one. It's the monkeys Game Grumps one. It's about evolution and why does it happen. So what I have here is the total amount of revenue that has been accrued throughout its lifetime. Okay. The second video is this one. This is called You Didn't Win One. And this was from this is from March of 2013. I basically spent from winter of 2012 all the way through to January of 2014 doing nothing but Game Grumps animations. So yeah, this is from March, just after the Monkey's White, and so here's our accumulated money for that one throughout the entire lifetime of the video. So that's quite a jump from here to here. You can also see there's a little bump right here. I've just experienced a little peak in activity here. I don't know how fascinating this is, but I am getting to a point, trust me. And this last video that I'm going to be using the funds from, is, what was this one called? Man, it's been so long since I looked at these. It was called Actually Mad. That's what it was called. God, it's been ages. And as you can see, there's been a little bump again. I don't know, maybe somebody shared these videos somewhere. I don't know where that came from. Hey Sneak, glad you could join us. So yes, we've got over $1,000 here since upload lifetime. For those of you just joining us, I'm about to donate some money to a charity, or rather a fundraiser, to help black transgender women in the UK, because black transgender women experience some rather extreme violence. I mean, any violence is pretty extreme in my opinion, but yeah, some really frightening bigotry in this country. It's not just in America, it's in the UK as well. We need to really face the facts. All of us in the UK need to face the facts that racism does exist, even if it's more effectively covered up, perhaps by the media, even if it's not quite as overt because we don't have guns. We need to be really conscious of that. Welcome to Iced Coffee's Wholesome 101. I know this is... Wholesome is very generous. Like, I think this is probably kind of upsetting. Thank you. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add up these sums of money on this calculator. So, first of all, we've got $53.97. I'm going to put the cat down just for a second. $53.97. 50.997. Sorry. Did I read that right? Yeah. A plus. And we're going to plus 501.88. I always have to kind of look back twice because I have such a bad brain. 88 plus 1,037. 1,037.29. You expect me to remember 6 digits in a row? Shut up. I'm not good. Okay. Equals. So that's $1,593.11. We're gonna now we're gonna like copy that, and we're going to turn that into pounds. So we've got £1,247.55. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to donate that here. Now I'm obviously going to do that with the screen switched over so you can't see me putting in my card details. And then after I've done that, I'm going to explain exactly why these 3 videos are the videos I'm choosing to do this with. You might be able to guess, but I will go into it. Hello Alex, see, it's good of you to join us. Okay, right, so now I'm going to switch screens so I can do this without revealing my bank details. Right. Just talk amongst yourselves. Ooh. Mega Man. Is that what's playing right now? Mega Man 3. I've never played Mega Man. Do any of you have experiences with Mega Man? That'd be good to hear about, because I've never played it in my life. 1,247. Okay. 1,247. I'll show you the receipt afterwards. I'll show you the email that I get so I can prove that this is what I'm doing. Ooh, I've got to put in a tip. Okay. Doesn't matter. I can afford it. I'm quite well off. I can afford to do this. No need to worry. Scream at me if like you can still see what I'm doing for some reason, because I don't want to like lose my whole life. It looks like everything's going okay. What colour is the letter E? That's a curious question. Sorry, I shouldn't get distracted. Let's see. They have such an amazing way of transforming pieces of music into just the most incredible danceable pieces of music. Now at this point I'm surprised I don't know my details off by heart. Let's see. I'm just gonna double check something. Okay. Sorry, sorry if this is not the most riveting thing to see. I mean, I could have just done this off stream, but I wanted to do it on stream for a particular reason. Doing it very slowly because I'm nervous. Okay. Alright. Okay, here we go. Okay, just gonna double check that I've put in the right amount. Oh, nearly forgot. Oh, I can't put in 55 pence. Oh, I'm just gonna round it up to 48 in that case. Okay. Okay, just gonna double check my information because this is a lot. Oh, I made a mistake. Putting in my card details. I knew it. I knew I would do that. It's a good thing I'm double checking. Okay, I think the rest of it is okay though. Okay. Here we go. Oh, oops, it said no. Something said no. Please check the information or try another card. Oh, come on. I'm trying to do like a whole thing right here. Let's try that again. Let's put in the details again. This is going to be extraordinarily embarrassing if I make a big deal of I'm about to do this extremely nice thing and then it's like, no, you don't get to do it. That is really going to look like some sort of, I don't use this term, but actual virtue signaling. Well, I tried to be good and I was just flouted. Dang. It seems it's not accepting it. Dang it. Oh, what is up? Oh no. This is embarrassing. I wanted to do it straight away. Maybe it's because it's so much and my card is like, no, you're not just letting go of that amount of money, but that doesn't make sense. This is daft. This is daft. Nope. Okay. Well, I'm gonna see if my bank sends me a message. But I swear this is correct. Please check your information. I'll try another card. Talk amongst yourselves while I continue to embarrass myself. I mean, I guess that's just par for the course on my channel. Dear me. Dear me. I will struggle on, you know? I will continue. I will do this until it's done. And if I don't do it on the stream... Oh. Yes! It happened. Thank goodness. I was really worried I wasn't going to be able to do it that time. Okay, it looks like it's gone through. So, now, if I go to my emails... Let's just find where I put that. Here we go. Okay. I'm just gonna put that here. Everything is going to be in order in just a few seconds. Whoa. Just gonna double check this email doesn't have my card details. Like, here, look, everyone who sees this email is gonna see that you messed up. I think it's okay though. I think it's okay. Okay. Shebang. So, here we go. Oh. I've gotten a mess. I have actually just gotten a message from my bank going, what are you doing? So there we go. That is a decent sum, I think. So, why have I chosen these particular 3 videos to give the sums of? Why indeed? Can anybody guess? Can anybody guess? Just gonna have another bite of scone. It's good to take a bite of something in between donating. Oh, sorry, I'm just going to hop back in the chat. Mac Kenny, hello. Haven't caught a stream in weeks, but your well wishes then inspired me to finish animating my thesis. Wanted to thank you. That's awesome, Mac, sorry. Got my mouth full. That's awesome, Mac. Well done. I hope it's going well. Tell me. Okay. So, assuming... yes, Fluffy Poop Princess has got it in one. Sorry if there's a huge lag. So basically, when I was making Game Grumps animations years ago, I was a massive fan of Jontron. His brand of comedy at the time, from the videos he was making, really kind of caught my heart and made me laugh, because he has this really kind of crazed and vaudevillian style of making comedy, and that I connected with that a lot. But there were times when he would do things in Game Grumps videos which I thought, that seems kind of ignorant. I don't know if he's joking, if he's just doing it like just to be daft, like, and he doesn't understand how hurtful he's being, which isn't an excuse. It's not an excuse to throw slurs around. You just straight up shouldn't do that. But I was like, well, you know, Aaron has done things like that. We all do daft things when we're young. Maybe he'll grow out of it. Hopefully he will. But in the years since he's left the show, Mr. Jafari hasn't really put on a great display of care for his fellow man, woman, anyone. Like, he's said things that I find rather hateful, and he doesn't appear to be a man of remorse. And, you know, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt that they can change, because, you know, I've said dumb things, you know, in past years, and I've grown and changed, and I like to believe that anyone is capable of that. But this period in our history right now would be a very good time for him to step up and be like, you know what? I think I've made some mistakes in the past, and I would do well to better myself, stop being racist, stop blaming black people for the terrible things that they have to deal with from the police, and yeah, just make a change. This is a great opportunity. I mean, any day is a great day to stop being racist. I'm just going to say that. And more to the point, that's actually accurate, because not being racist isn't a thing that you just decide to do one day and you're never racist again. Fighting your own internal prejudices, such as racism, is like a day in, day out process. You have to be conscious that you don't get lulled into some sort of prejudice thinking, because we live in a really messed up world. We have to kind of resist bigotry in the media and culturally as well. So yes, any day is a good day to decide not to be racist, but right now especially. And from what I can tell, I don't know why I'm saying from what I can tell, literally on his Twitter he's just been like, you know, times right now are sad, and I just wish I could make people laugh and grill stuff. Well, John, I think you could do something a little bit more effective than that. Not that he's watching this, but now would be a great time to make a change. Now would be a great time to go, you know, I've made mistakes and I want to be better and do something good with my platform. It would be great to see that, but I don't know if we ever will. Yeah. Got the emotional Aerith music coming up while I talk about this. I know it it's probably difficult for entertainers to be called out for anything, and to resist the urge to dig in their heels and stand their ground, because if you get criticized and you change because of criticism, like there's a fear that it's going to make you look weak or hypocritical or something, as if changing your mind based on new information is bad. Like, it's not. Being good and changing and putting an effort into understanding people who are different from you isn't weak, and it doesn't make you a simp for human rights or whatever it is you're afraid of being. It means that you're human and you're an adult and you're engaged with people around you and your fellow man, and it's good. It's good to change. It's good to grow. And I wish you would. And maybe I'm being soft. You know, there are plenty of people who are like, fuck him, and like, I mean, those sentiments I kind of agree with. Like, I do agree with, but I want people to be good. I want people to change, because, you know, if we're going to be real, Aaron did say some bad stuff back in the day. He said some rather unfortunate things, which he has very much in the years since made up for by improving his behaviour, apologising multiple times, and promoting the works of people who don't have the same privilege as him. Like, he's been doing great, especially recently on the Game Grumps Twitter. Like, they're very much like, yeah, fuck white supremacy and fuck police brutality, like, fuck it all. Like, Black Lives Matter, and we shouldn't shut up about it, and we're sorry that we didn't apologise formally for the things we did in the past. And that's awesome! That is exactly what I love to see. So yeah, there isn't really any reason that John can't do the same thing. And not everyone, people don't have to forgive him. That's the important thing. When you wrong people, when you hurt people, they're not obliged to forgive you if you say sorry. You can't control other people. All you can control is yourself and your future and what you decide to do. So yeah, I mean, maybe people think that I'm being soft, but, you know, there are literally neo-Nazis, or should I say former neo-Nazis, who have come back from the brink and gone, oh God, what was I doing? Like, it can happen. It can happen. And I just like to believe in the good in people, even if the evidence is lacking. So, what can I say? That's my 2 cents. I'm going to have a sip of water because I've been clutching this cat because I've been scared talking about this sort of thing. So, yeah, but I shouldn't be scared. I should be bolder. I should be better, because it is not the responsibility of people who experience racism to educate everyone else on what it is. It isn't the burden of people who experience oppression and bigotry to educate those more fortunate. It should be the responsibility of white people to talk about racism. It should be the responsibility of men to talk about misogyny. It should be the responsibility of cisgender people to talk about transphobia. So, yeah, we should do that. And this movement right now, Black Lives Matter, it's not just a hashtag, it's not just a trend. This is a turning point in history, and we have to keep fighting. We have to keep talking about it. We can't let this go cold. We can't let this momentum drain away. We have to keep talking about it so that things can keep pressing on and improving for Black people everywhere. At the very least in America and in the UK. Like, I'm not so au fait with how black people experience racism in other parts of the world. So I should learn. I'm going to hop back in the chat because I've just been staring at the camera for a while. Max says my film is up. Not to make this about myself though. To anybody who draws in chat, I encourage you to draw commissions or donate to Black Lives Matter, which is what I'm about to do when I'm done. Awesome! That's a really good idea, Mac. That's kind of what I was doing yesterday in my stream as well. Doing a live stream and drawing at the same time is great. Assuming your Cintiq works, which mine didn't. It was very embarrassing. You can watch that extraordinarily cringy stream on my channel. It's up. It's really bad. I did my best though. And in fact, I want to address that to anyone who donated. You still can donate, but to anyone who donated and requested that I draw something, I am in fact going to take time to redraw those requests because it went so badly live. And then I'll post them up on Instagram. So I've already done the first one. I drew Breakbot, that's up on my Instagram now, and I've got a few other things to draw, like Tifa and a lovely pony with a wavy mane and tail, although that one didn't turn out too bad. I'll finish off Brenna's rat, and there was a last one I didn't get round to last night, which was a character from Dark Crystal. Any character, I think. So I'm going to kind of do those, just nice little doodles, and put them up for people because they donated, they wanted a drawing, and all they got on the live stream was a few wobbly lines. So I need to figure out what the hell is up with Cintiq lag. It's bad. I'm gonna hop back in the chat. Like and link. Hey girlie, I haven't seen it. Aw. I'm glad you're here, Lycan. Welcome. I do in fact have a scone, as you might have been able to see in the thumbnail. I think that's my 4th bite. Because there's a lot of talking is going on stream. Shelley Conroy says, if some rich asshole is openly hating a group or minority, they should get hate comments. And if they happily say, I hate transgenders, it's only fair for the trans community to say they hate the hater. Yep, I mean, this is exactly what is occurring with JK Rowling right now. I said this on my Twitter and on an Instagram story already, but I'll say it here as well. The thing about JK Rowling is that her opinions on transgender people are kind of the baseline standard in the UK. Like, this is just kind of what the UK is like. This is a transphobic place. So her normal UK opinions do not go over well on Twitter, and they kind of act as a lightning rod for her getting her ass kicked. And I saw a really great comment about this, and that was that JK Rowling really does seem to be trying hard to be woke. I hate using that term dismissively because it is a legitimate term. She seems like she's trying so hard to be a good feminist. And she's just missing the mark because I don't think she's stupid. She has, I think she's a smart lady in certain aspects, but I think, this post said it would probably only take a few conversations with the right people for her to actually get what the hell transgender people face, who they are, and why they're not a big dangerous group of people. She just doesn't get it yet. I mean, I say yet, perhaps naively. Again, I just want to believe in the good in people, but perhaps that is naive of me, as I said. Do I have an opinion or thoughts on Vivzy Pop? Blank, I do not know what Vivzy Pop is. I'm sorry, maybe you can explain more. Well, John didn't give an actual apology. His apology was basically, I'm sorry you got offended, which is a cruddy stance. Exactly. That for the record, any apology which is like, I'm sorry you were hurt. Basically, is like kind of putting it all on you. That's like serving someone something they're allergic to when you know they're allergic to it, and being like, I'm sorry you had an allergic reaction. It's like how about you think first? How about some self-improvement? I don't know. I'm gonna change this back to the original view, because then you can see my beautiful face. I do not look good tonight. I look really sweaty and pink and awful. I wanted to wear my contact lenses tonight, but they were hurting me. They were hurting my eyes, so it was not to be. I'm just gonna put a little bit of a white window at the bottom, because if I put a white window at the bottom of the screen, that means that the lighting flatters my face slightly more, and that's how you live stream. To me, the harmful thing about John is that the bigotry isn't at the forefront of his content or character. This is Mac's comment, by the way. It always felt insidious to me once I heard his real views. That said, I hope he can grow. I mean, yeah, like, I don't like to be dismissive of people. I don't like to be like, they're beyond hope. He's still relatively young. Like, we're all human. But there's only so much patience people can have. I certainly do not blame anyone who faces racism, anyone who experienced racism, for throwing in the towel as far as John is concerned. Like, people who face the real shit shouldn't have to feel like they have to, as I said, educate, forgive, be patient, all of that. They can move on, but it's a responsibility of people who don't experience racism to talk about it. So yeah, I mean, for me, my breaking point with John was that Twitter incident a while back. Oh, I think the music's ended. Just bear with me for a moment while I put it back on. Isn't that relaxing? Yes. Anyway, I realised that John wasn't great when he used an ableist slur on Twitter. This was quite a few years ago now. And someone very gently said to him, hey, you should not do that because it is hurtful, just so you know. And his response, John's response, was to just use that slur right at that person. Just go right at them and just be completely ableist. And I was like, oh, this isn't some ignorant joke that he needs to snap out of. This is a matter of being just straight hateful. Okay, well, so that was when I stopped watching his videos. It was quite a while ago now. Yeah, it's a sad thing. We'll see if he changes. We'll see if this year's events have any effect on his conscience. Let's see. Like and Link says you're a queen of vision. I don't mean that as a simp comment or whatever. I'm just here to raise you up. That's very sweet of you, Like and Link. Yeah, those terms. I find it funny how there seems to be a new word conjured up like every year for men that do something that other men find pathetic. So years ago there was something before cuck. I swear there was something before cuck. Was soy boy before that? And there was something else before soy boy. And then there was cuck. And this year it's simp. Like, there are all these words for men being pathetic. Which is more often than not just guys trying to better themselves. Not in every case. Sometimes men are pathetic. That's cruel. But yeah, you should keep your head on a swivel when you hear these new terms being thrown around. And recognize that they're probably coming from the same kind of group of people every time. They're usually coming from men who feel very frustrated about something and are trying to lash out at other men for the wrong reasons. Men, you need to lift each other up. You need to be sensitive with each other. You need to help each other. Be emotionally available and open up. Like, I shouldn't be the one to tell you this. You should be telling each other that, but that's just my advice. Okay. I'm gonna have some more scone because I've still got 1 1/4 scone left. And I'm rather hungry. Today, this evening I should say, I'm eating a currant scone. And it's good. It's currant. My mouth is full of pastry. How rude. Remember to drink lots of water during the revolution and after the revolution ends. Oh, that's good. I should make scones because I'm certainly going to eat them. Woo! Ah, dear me. Do I make my own scones? No, I don't. These are from Tesco. My boyfriend really loves scones. Plain, sultana, and sometimes cheese. Can't find cheese scones at Tesco. Maybe they've all been sold out in the Great Rush, you know, along with all the toilet paper. That was quite a few months ago when we were sold out of toilet paper. Doesn't that feel like a whole year ago that was an issue? Cat. Americans don't have currants, says Joran. I love currants. I wish we had them. Do you not have... Are you saying that you have scones, but you don't have currant scones? I'm going to start a new revolution because that's simply inconceivable and rude, both. Just like white supremacy. Inconceivable and rude. My boyfriend got me like this little book of scones a number of years ago. And my favourite recipe from that book is, get ready for this because it's heavy. It's blue cheese and walnut scones. And they're so easy. I should pull up that recipe and make them again because they take like 20 minutes to make. Sorry, I was a bit gassy if that's why it sounded weird when I was talking just then. So yes, I must do that. It'll be like nothing. It'll be a cinch. I could do that on the side of making something else. Like, it would be so easy. Like, you just put flour and butter and cheese together and you mix it up, and that's essentially the whole dough that you need to make. Because currants, the tree, were banned due to invasive species laws. My goodness. That sounds interesting. I'm gonna look that up. If that's quite all right. I'm just gonna grab a new window. Let's see. Currant trees banned invasive species. I'm sorry if my typing was really loud. My keyboard is right next to my mic. Well, nothing is leaping out at me from Google right now with regards to currant trees. Maybe currant trees isn't the right term. Because that just sounds like a sentence like, here are the currant trees that are banned from this country currently. Do currants even grow on trees? Yeah, they do grow on trees. Yes, they do. They don't grow out of shrubs out of the ground like potatoes. I'm being silly. Oh, from Wikipedia. Thank you, Joran. Black currants were once popular in the United States as well, but became less common in the 20th century after the currant farming was banned in the early 1900s, when black currants, as a vector of white pine blister rust, were considered a threat to the US logging industry. Well, my goodness. Sorry for the fact checking. Also, currants are they are a shrub. Whoops! We're learning this evening. Thank you, Duran. Also, let me know if I'm saying your name wrong, Duran. Bald eagles logging America. That's right, Alphabeta. Oh my goodness. I don't know what species have been banned from the UK. What species of is anything banned in the UK? Invasive species banned in the UK. Well, I've googled that, and the first thing that I can see is a picture of a raccoon with its tongue sticking out like this. So you Google the sentence invasive species banned in the UK and you'll see that delightful picture of a raccoon doing this. Raccoon, mongoose and cabbage among invasive my lights just went funny, sorry. Invasive species banned in the UK. Cabbage! Now I know that can't be true because they sell cabbage at Tesco, unless it's that they can't grow it here and they import it. Strange. The North American raccoon, an Asian hornet, and an American cabbage are among 37 invasive species that will be banned from being brought in the UK from Wednesday. Okay, I should say now that this is from August 2016, so not today when I googled it. Well, fair enough. I can't recall seeing a mongoose in the back garden any time before August 2016, but I'm sure it was effective legislation. I don't mean to doubt anything. I'm gonna have another bite. Yes. Yes. So, tomorrow I'm going to be making stuffed cookies. I'm going to be making stuffed cookies, and they look incredible. If I can get a picture of stuffed cookies up on here, then I will. Because they're crazy. If I Google stuffed cookies, maybe they'll look just like the ones that I saw before. Stuffed cookies. Tomorrow's thing. These are not what I'm after at all. Terence's cookies look way better. So, the person who has supplied this recipe to us lucky people is Terence Wiggins, who is also known as the Black Nerd on Twitter. And I can't find my other thing anywhere. That's very annoying. Sorry, I'm just finding the right window to put this up on. And I can't find it whatsoever. That's just dang infuriating. So if you search for the Black Nerd on Twitter, that's not a disparaging description. That is in fact his username. You will find him, and you will find his Gumroad, which is a strange name for a website, although I guess they're all rather strange. Let's see if I can bring it up for you. I'm very excited to make these because they look completely delicious. Let's see. The Black Nerd. He's selling all his recipes on his Gumroad, and I highly suggest that you get in on it. Let's switch this around so you can see what I am seeing. Here we go. Let me know if anything looks off. I think it should all be okay. So yes, if you want to support a black business, I'm black. This is my business. So yeah, he makes these wonderful recipes. I'm very excited to try this. And would you just look at this? Like, would you just look? Like, just look. That these do not look like any stuffed cookies that you can Google and see. These are like full-on muffin cookies. Like, it's a very exciting time in history because I'm going to make these stuffed cookies, and it's going to go down in the records as truly a momentous event that changes my culinary life and perhaps everyone's culinary lives forever. So yes, go and find his stuff and buy them. He's got like loads of recipes, or he certainly has more than he had the other day. Yes, he only had like 3 the other day, and now he's got like 4 more things that you can get. So girlfriend cookies recipe, king cramble pie. That sounds interesting. What does that look like? Ooh, I believe they're all kinds of cookies. Pumpkin cream pie recipe. That's a very dramatic close-up. A triple recipe pack. That looks really interesting. So you can get a whole bunch for that. So these are like suggested prices, and then you can pay that as a minimum, or you can pay extra, which is just nice, isn't it? So yeah, go and find him and try these out, because then if you so wish, while I'm live streaming, you could make the cookies at the same time as me, and yours will probably be better, because I don't have vanilla. I don't have vanilla pudding, which is one of the ingredients. Apparently it's not needed though. I did message the guy and he was like, don't worry, you don't need that. It's not available in the UK. Okay. How long? I've nearly been streaming for an hour, so I should probably wrap it up soon. It's so late in the day. Unless there's something else that you want me to talk about. Ask me questions. Why don't I just let you ask me questions? How about that? I'm not feeling tired. You know, I was feeling really miserable today because it's been raining and it's been cloudy. We've had endless sunshine for about a month, which isn't necessarily good news, but it was really relaxing me. And now that the sun's gone in and it started raining, I've just been like, oh, everything's coming back, and I'm remembering how scary everything is right now. But you know what? It's okay, because not 3 hours ago, me and my partner, we saw a hedgehog in the garden. We saw a hedgehog. It was fat, it was waddling around, it was extremely good. My serotonin, it just went pew. It was great. It was so good. So what was my point? My point was, I've been feeling rough and I could do with just answering some questions, because I never actually just let people ask me questions. I'm just gonna hop in the chat and see what you're chatting about. Let's see. How does one stuff a cookie? Well, Duran, according to the recipe, you take the base mixture of cookie and take a scoop, put it in the bottom of a muffin pan, and then you put in the kind of filling mixture and put a kind of dollop on top of it, and then you put more cookie dough, as it were, on top, and you kind of compress it down. Very exciting. I'm just gonna leave that up there for the time being to remind people to go and get those cookies. There isn't anything up there that you shouldn't be able to see, right? like Twitter would also just happen to have a live stream of my naked tits or something. That's my major paranoia, you know? That's just going to be there, and I'm going to be like, I forgot to turn off my nude cam that's somewhere in another dimension. Whoops. You know, these are the anxieties of a normal person. Talk about your preference door decorative art style. Decorative art style? I'm not certain exactly what you mean. Do you just mean my art style? Ask me again. I'm a Dumbo, and I don't quite understand. Be specific so I can go into it. Tell us about how you first met the Grumps, Daniel Avadaniel. I certainly will. I first physically met them. What year was it? It was 2017. It was the London show they did on their tour, their wonderful tour with Jacksepticeye, and it was at the Apollo. Oh my god, and it was a really overwhelming evening because the Apollo is enormous, massive theatre, and it was round, it was filled to the ceiling, and everyone was going nuts. It was a very overwhelming night. And I'd already done work for Aaron, and I'd already spoken to Dan over a messaging service before, like and I had been like, it would be really great to meet up, and he was like, yeah, we'll meet up. And so we did after the show. I was able to speak to him for about 10 minutes, and I was able to speak to Aaron for about 10 minutes as well, separately though. So I've still yet to because they were in different rooms, like with different groups of people at the time. It was very busy. It was very exciting though. It was absolutely electrifying. So I still have yet to have the experience of having them like both within eyeshot. Although, like, I think if I was present before the two of them, like, my eyes would just go brrr, and I'd be like, I want to look at both of you at once. How am I supposed to choose? This isn't fair. And we had a wonderful time. And that evening was the evening that Dan asked me if I would like to make a music video for him and Ninja Sex Party. That is when he asked me if I wanted to start work on In Your Eyes. And I was like, dream come true. I was so excited. Yes, it was good. It was good. And when I met Aaron, oh my God. So let me tell you about when I was talking to Aaron, because this is very exciting. So I went into the room and he was sat down, and Susie and Sean were also in the room, and a bunch of other people, friends and assistants probably. Aaron, after the show, looked absolutely knackered. He looked so tired, and I just kind of wandered in because I had a backstage pass that Dan had provided me. So, context, Dan was expecting me, Aaron wasn't. Aaron didn't know I was coming. And I walked into the room and he just kind of looked at me and I was like, hi, my name's Imogen Scoppy. I've made a few Game Grumps animations in the past. And he was like, oh shit! And he got up and he embraced me. Oh, and he's so big and strong, and he was wearing this big, fluffy, Big Lebowski robe. If anyone else was at the London show, you'll remember. He gave me this big bear hug, and I was like, oh my God! Oh! It was so good. And yeah, it was very exciting to finally speak to him, because I've been looking up to him, gosh, since I was 17 or something. It was like a teenagehood dream come true. It was awesome. Screw it, an adulthood dream come true as well. He's still my hero. He's my muse. Still. And so we got chatting, and I basically just jabbered at him for 10 minutes while he very tiredly was like, like, he looked so tired, bless him. Because that's what touring does. And I remember he was like, so what are you up to now? And at this point in my life, I had been drawing pornography on a pornography Patreon for quite a few months. So I was like, well, I've got a Patreon. And he was like, what's that for? And I was like, well, it's for pornography. And he, oh my God. I have to explain to you his reaction in perfect crystal clarity. He looked at me and he smiled like the sunrise, and he said, right on. And I was like, ah! It was very good. It was a very good moment. I didn't faint, I didn't scream. I was just like, yeah, it's really cool. I'm really cool and normal and not sweaty at all. Strange times, right? Whew! It was a great evening. I really hope I get to meet him again. Be it after a show or otherwise. Maybe I'll get a show. Maybe I'll get a tour, and then I'll tour in America, and then like I can invite them backstage and be like, well, how the turntables. Why am I envisioning this future? It's just weird. But yeah. I'm going to switch back to me so that you can see me flip my hair with the highest definition possible. And let's pop a white thing on the bottom of the screen so that lights up my face real good. Can you see the difference this makes? Look, I'm glowing now. I'm glowing. Oh, it's so good. I'm going to pop back in the chat because I've been jabbering as I am wont to do. Let's see. Jaren rhymes with Karen. Thank you, Jaren. That is a way back message. I scrolled way back up. I'm going to look at all the questions in a list and address any immediate comments. Porn money is good money. That's why you do it. I mean, personally, I enjoy it as well. I haven't done it for many moons, because I just haven't been in the zone, as it were. I don't know. Like, sometimes you're into it, sometimes you're not. I'm not into it right now, but maybe things will change. Maybe the cabin fever of lockdown will get to me and I'll tear off all my clothes and tear the clothes off all my characters as well. We'll see. But it is good money. It's a good reason to do it. Tell us the most challenging recipe you have done. I mean, I'm not like some virtuoso in cooking. I guess the people, what seems to impress people is when I make a cheesecake. I'll tell you something I'm proud of. I think this is a video that I've made before as well. It's when I made banana and pecan cheesecake. It's really good. It was spiced banana and pecan cheesecake, I can remember now. And so I had like a kind of crumb base. That's how you make a cheesecake. You make a crumb base and then you freeze it while you make the rest of the cheesecake. And then you get the cheesecake out. You get the base out once your cream is ready, and you pour on the cream on top of the crumbs, and then you put it in the oven if you're making a baked cheesecake. But the reason why you freeze the crumb base is so that it makes a really good seal, a really good solid seal, so that when you pour the cream in on top, it won't leak through the bottom of the tin, because you need like a kind of a tin with a removable bottom so you can pop the cheesecake out, if you understand what I mean. And I poured the cream in, and then it started dripping through. That is a tragedy. That is a cheesecake catastrophe. You can't have that. So I quickly poured it back out and back into the bowl, and I was like, oh my god, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I knew exactly what to do. There was one banana left. And I was like, right, I'm going to bathroom style make a seal around the edge of this with mashed up banana. And I did. I mashed up that banana. One banana was just enough, and I spread it like a sealant, like polyfiller, all around the edge of the cheesecake base. And then I poured in the cream, and it didn't leak through, and I was like, and I put it in the oven, and it came out so good, and I was so proud of it. I think that might be the video that I made, which is on this channel. So the recipe itself wasn't challenging, but the issue was, and I was very proud of how I dodged out of a complete calamity then, because I love cheesecake, and wasted cheesecake it doesn't even bear thinking about. I don't know if you agree with me. But I agree with me. Duran says, to extrapolate, decorative art styles are the style that furniture and architecture style is done in. You know, I don't know if I really have much taste. Like, I can happily just waddle into IKEA and go, oh, this'll do. But you know what? If I could have a wonderful ornate chaise longue, that would be lovely. Kind of tacky stuff. I don't know. I don't know if you can tell from the things behind me, but I like all sorts of crap. I've got plastic flowers and plastic flamingos and toy flamingos and of all sorts, and glowing lights. So I like all sorts of daft crap. So maybe that's my taste. I'm sorry if that's not a very helpful answer. I'm not very knowledgeable on architecture and decor. Maybe I should take a course. Maybe I should watch a video or something. I'm just tacky and I like things that glow and shine. I like stuff. I like shiny things. If you know what that's from, hit me up. I remember meeting Dan very briefly as I was leaving MagFest. I saw him in the hallway and I said, bye, Dan. And he said, bye. That's sweet. That is a good interaction. That's cool. So your reaction was like how you drew Dan in your animation with the Skittles background and the screaming. Correct, Damien. Correct. It was a moment I couldn't even dare to dream of it, but it was in the back of my mind. It was in my heart. But store-bought or homemade scones? I have to say, homemade is probably better. Like, even the blue cheese and walnut scones that I make, they were like, the pastry just melted in my mouth. It was so good. Whereas these are okay. These are alright. They're serviceable. They're kind of stodgy though. The best kind of pastry for cake or pies or anything is like kind of flaky and light. That's how I like it, instead of kind of fatty and stodgy. I mean, this food is going to be fatty no matter what you do to it. Let's not kid ourselves. It's not going to be healthy, but that kind of lightness of texture is just something that I've never experienced from a shop. But my mum's really good at making light pastry, light fluffy pastry. Ooh, it's so lovely. She makes the best mince pies ever. In fact, she said quite recently that she wanted to make some mince pies, and I was like, Mother, yes! May to June is precisely when we need mince pies, because they're not being foisted down our throats by our colleagues and parties that we go to. Yes, we need mince pies now. I should remind her. No, I shouldn't remind her. I should make mince pies myself, because that would make her happy. I wonder if she's watching. She's not watching. If she was watching, she would have left a comment. I used to follow an artist by the name of Jessica Elwood. She has a good handle on the female form. Well, like and link, maybe I'll check that out. Thank you for keeping us updated on this crucial information. I will find Jessica Elwood. I will seek out her work, and I will study the female form that she presents. Joran says, it's okay not to have a preference in style, but an ornate chaise lounge would be probably a beautiful rococo style. Am I saying that right? Rococo? Rococo? Rococo. I'm not sure. But I think you have a bit of a farmhouse and floral style. Farmhouse and floral style? Well, floral... My middle name is Flora, so that makes sense. Ha ha ha. You are so quirky in the best way. That sounds like a very backhanded compliment, Lemon State. I'm sure it's not. Thank you. I appreciate it. But sometimes I worry that it looks like I'm trying hard to be like, I'm so dippy. Wow. I'm trying to be real here. I'm trying to be real. I said this in my stream yesterday, but definitely the most annoying thing about me is that I make myself laugh all the time. So at least I enjoy my personality, even if it seems daft. Oh, another good pie is key lime pie. Great in the summer. I've seen that in shops, and it tends to be like not vegetarian friendly. I'm not vegetarian, but my partner is. I'm gonna Google vegetarian key lime pie. Vegetarian key lime pie. Oh, it goes one better. There's vegan key lime pie. Well, that's another challenge. I should try making vegan cheesecake. It's essentially cheesecake, isn't it? Key lime pie. Looks just like it. What is key lime? Isn't it just lime? I feel like Jesse in Breaking Bad when he's like, what is opossum? I thought it was just possum. What is key lime? What is key lime? The key lime is a citrus hybrid, with a spherical fruit in diameter. The key lime is usually picked while it is still green. Okay, so what happens if I just Google lime? These are the questions I know you hopped into this stream to find the answers to. I'm not really seeing the difference. What does Wikipedia say about key lime? This is music to find out stuff about citrus fruit too. The key lime is a smaller, seedier and higher acidity, stronger aroma, and thinner rind than the Persian lime. Ooh. Battle. This is truly a battle. Citrus X latifolia. The key lime is valued for its unique flavour compared to other limes. Woo! The name is derived from its association with Florida Keys, where it is best known as the flavouring ingredient in key lime pie. So I guess key lime pie originates from that kind of area. That kind of area being Florida. I'm assuming. It's also known as the West Indian lime, the bartender's lime, the Omani lime, or Mexican lime. Is Florida near Mexico? I suppose it might be. I'm just totally showing my ass for how little geography I understand. Let's look at where Mexico is. I know where Mexico is. Let's look at where Florida is. Like, I know it's along the coast and it's towards the south. Every American is looking at me like, how does she know? How does she not know this? Well, wait. There's Mexico. It's gigantic. No, wait. I was thinking something else. Florida. They're not close. There's the Gulf of Mexico in between them. Well, I don't know what happened for these limes to hop from Mexico to Florida, but there we go. Maybe I'm thinking too much about this. Right. I should probably stop reading the Wikipedia for key limes, because that might not be the most fascinating thing to discover. Oh dear. I'm hopping back in the chat, just for you. In fact, you know what? I'm going to have a little sip of water. I've never eaten a scone before. Are they delicious? Yes, High Rise, they are delicious and nutritious. They're not nutritious, but they are delicious. In shops in the UK, they come commonly in 3 different flavours. Plain. Wow! Exciting stuff. So plain scones are great. They tend to be sweet, and you usually put jam and clotted cream on them. The second common type is sultana or currant scones. That's what I've got right here. And they are really good with just butter because there's already got fruit in them. And the third common type of scone that is sold in the UK is cheese. Ooh, cheese scones, and they're usually just with butter as well. Really good. They're all really good. And yeah, if you ever get the chance to have one or make one, please do. I should do a video where I make those blue cheese and walnut scones because they're so good, they're so easy. You'd all be able to make them because they only take like 3 ingredients and they'll change your life forever. Let's see. Beware, like and Link says, be wary of Jessica Elwood. Just FYI, her stuff is about 99% lewd. Don't worry, I'm not about to hop on her stuff on the stream. Trust me, I know not to do that. And a lot of it is anthro. That's not an issue for me. I mean, they mostly look like humans wearing tails and ears, but yeah, fair enough. Thank you for the warning. Penultima, hey! It's good to have you here, Penultima. Let's see. Delicious nonetheless, even if the geography is weird. Geography, yeah. What is the name of that cat? Tell us its origin story. I'm glad you asked, Jumbo. This is Jonesy. This is my good little Jonesy cat. Mwah. Now, I've given the name of the cat. Can anyone tell me where Jones the cat might be from? Does anyone know? Can anyone tell me where this cat is from? It's from a famous film. Where is Jones the cat from? Do tell me. Jones says hello. Meow. Meow. Wow, I'm weird. I'm in a weird mood tonight, aren't I? Alien, yay! Like and link, got it in one. That is right. So this cat is, I mean, it's very cute. It's more than a prop. Jones is a boy, right? I think Jones is a boy. So yeah, I got him so I could do effective cosplay as Ripley, because I love dressing up as Ripley. If you've seen my Twitter and my Instagram, you might have seen me in Ripley gear before. I've got like the full jumpsuit and stuff. It's really cool. Maybe I should get dressed up as Ripley in another live stream. I would love to do a photo shoot in my different Ripley outfits, because I've got the curly hair, and I mean, why waste it, you know? So yeah, I might do that soon and put that on Instagram, because I love taking selfies. It is known, and I like having like a whole photo shoot of selfies and then dolling up 3 of them and then posting them in a row so they appear on my Instagram in 3 fabulous squares, and it looks so planned, because it is, and I call them vanity trios, and this is so stupid, but it makes me feel good. So I should do one where I'm Ripley, obviously. I will not be shaving my head for any of them, or even cutting my hair. I've got to keep it. I hope you agree that that is a good idea, because I'm not chopping it off. Hello, Majestic Junk. It's good of you to join us. My cat is named Ripley from Alien. That's sweet. It's a good name for a cat, especially if it rips things. Ripley's a cool gal. Total badass without being grossly sexualized or downplayed by male characters. You're correct. Although that bit towards the end of the first film, I don't think it's gross or like wrong at all, but it's definitely meant to be sexy when she gets out of her jumpsuit and she's in her underwear. Oh my god. I actually love that bit. I do think it is quite sexy. Because you can have sexual moments in films. You can have sexual moments with female characters. It is okay. But it all depends on context, on how it's done, the mood. Just it depends on a lot of variables. Yeah. Should do a Miss Frizzle cosplay for the Magic School Bus. Yes, I also have that dress. I need to make patches. That would be a good thing to do in lockdown. Make patches for my Miss Frizzle dress, and then I can dress up as her. Get messy, make mistakes. Fun never ends. Oh my gosh. Get a power loader to deal with the people who don't social distance. Staying very topical, Penultima, thank you for reminding us. I mean, God, perhaps you joke, but I would do that. I would just leap in that. I honestly, a few weeks ago when I was feeling a bit hysterical every time I went to the shops, I was half considering getting like a water pistol, and when I go to the shops and people get too close to me, just going, go away, be gone. But that would probably, I would probably get done for assault or something if I sprayed even just water at people. And it could be dangerous, because if I got it on the floor, that would be a slip hazard. So there are a lot of things to consider. Also, I'd probably look nuts, even if I didn't get arrested, and people wouldn't want to talk to me anymore. But that's kind of the point. I don't want people anywhere near me. I want to be completely left alone. But yeah, if I could be like, get away from me, you bitch, towards every other shopper, that would be just great. No, I must be more polite. I must be more polite. And you know, people are generally better behaved when I go to the shops. That might be because I go fussing in the morning, though. That's my secret. What other cosplays have you done? What other cosplays have I done? I don't think I've really done much else in the way of cosplay. Nah. No, I don't. I mean, I have a really cool dress that has the pattern of Ganondorf's clothes from Wind Waker. It's a really cool skater dress. I bet if you Google Ganondorf skater dress, you will find exactly what I've got. And I look fantastic in it because I've got lots of red hair and I can just make myself look really cool wearing that. But I wouldn't count that as cosplay. I would just count that as looking really fucking great. So yeah, I am best at the Ripley stuff. That's why I should do it. Give you something to look at. Do a flip. What, a hair flip? There you go. It's a hair flip. Who remembers Chris Crocker? Oh, your overthinking is so right. Yes, it is good music, isn't it, Majestic Junk? I believe the thing is still in the corner of the screen. Yes, it's Super Guitar Bros. And that album that I'm playing on rotation right now is Nice. You will recognize it by the picture of both of them wearing very nice jumpers. In fact, it reminds me of one of the few good South Park jokes where Cartman, of course, does something awful and he's trying to apologize or appeal to Kyle to get Kyle to stop being annoyed with him, and he decides to do that by just turning up at Kyle's house wearing a sweater. and Kyle is like, what are you doing? And Cartman is like, I'm showing you I've changed. And Kyle is like, you're just wearing a sweater. That doesn't mean you've changed. And Cartman is like, I don't understand the difference. And Kyle is like, I know you don't. And just shuts the door in his face. I don't watch South Park. I think it should have ended a long time ago. But I do remember that joke. And I do remember it making me laugh a lot. Oh, how long have I been streaming for? An hour and a half. Well, if my calculations are correct, based on previous experience, this live stream will probably conk out sooner or later if I don't back out of it. So, you know what? I'm going to end the stream here. I think it's been a good stream. I think it's been really good. I think it's been really successful. Good job, everyone. Great stream. If you've got any questions you want to ask me in the next 3.5 minutes, because then I'll have been going for exactly 1.5 hours, then fire away. Let me know. Just gonna have a sip of me water. I should do more live streams with a cat because it emboldened me. You know, I think one of the reasons I was feeling kind of down today is because my stream didn't go great yesterday in terms of just the quality of my drawing, and I also felt like when I was trying to speak about the Stephen Lawrence Charitable Trust, I felt like I was kind of quiet and fumbling my words. I didn't feel very confident, and I felt like I was kind of letting down the cause a bit by not being bolder. But holding this cat really helped me kind of push through and talk about Jontron. For those of you that weren't here early in the stream, I was talking about Jontron. You can watch that back. But yeah, maybe this is like my my safety blanket. How pathetic! How pathetic! But we all have our vices. Maybe this is mine. Maybe this is what gets me through the tough times. I'm going to keep hold of Jonesy. This stream has been consistently great. Thank you, Sneak. That's very kind of you. I'll try and show up earlier. Lol. Majestic Junk, I mean, really, I'm to blame because I just stream rather erratically. I still haven't really decided on what kind of schedule to keep to because I've got people from kind of all over the place who want to watch things. But maybe I should try streaming like later in the evenings like this. I've never done a stream as late as this. So maybe I should do that more often. Let me know what you think, seriously. Like DM me, well, you don't DM me, but tweet at me at what kind of times you would like for me to stream at. What's a good time? I did a poll a while back suggesting various times of day, British summertime related. And generally only like 9 people voted, but in that poll, doing things from around 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. British summertime was the popular thing. So I'm doing it a lot later than that because I'm just so risky. I'm just so risque. Ba 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 ba. It's been a blast, but I have to go bleach my sink. Great. Good luck, Jaren. Hope that goes well. Power cat. Yes, I hope so. Okay. I'm going to hop off now. It's been wonderful talking to all of you. Thank you so much for supporting me. And everyone, remember that Black Lives Matter is a continuing movement. If it doesn't appear to still remain hot on Twitter, if the tags have seemed to have cooled off, the trending tags, that's because it's not because the tags have gone. It's not because Black Lives Matter is over. It's because Twitter just works in a stupid way where it doesn't really care about what is still on fire. It cares about the most recent hot thing rather than the most ongoing, long-lasting hot thing. So keep that in mind first of all, so that you know things are still going on. But also just keep at it, keep working, keep talking about racism with your friends who don't experience racism, so that they fucking get it, they fucking understand that this is a legitimate movement and it should be taken seriously, and that, big words here, but white supremacy is a thing which is still very much active and we need to destroy it. Kill it dead. We need to destroy white supremacy forever. I know I'm ending on a really heavy note, but I don't care. Yeah, like, keep retweeting things, keep reposting things, keep sharing petitions and signing petitions and donating to GoFundMes, and keep lifting up the voices of Black people. Like, keep at it, because we need to be applying the pressure consistently so that things change. I'm gonna keep just rambling on because I really feel passionately about this. Like, the reason that the movement is gaining momentum now is because we are in a pandemic, and being in a pandemic means that, generally speaking, a lot of people aren't going to work and they have free time. And because they have free time, which isn't meant to be an insult, they have the energy to mobilize and unite and work to make the world a better place and to protest. Being at work every week, having bills to pay, it makes it really difficult, and that might kind of be something to think about. So this really, people wanted this to happen in the past. People have wanted this to happen for decades, but there just hasn't been the time and the space to maneuver and to mobilize properly to get this stuff to happen. And that's why it's kicking off now in such a massive way. So keep that in mind. Keep the flame alive. Keep applying pressure. Keep this going, because it absolutely has to keep going in order for active, real change to come into effect. Yeah. Okay. I've gone on a lot. So now I am going to love you and leave you. Thank you again so much for joining me. It's been good. I've enjoyed it. Yeah. Okay. Bye.